morning. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for a moment of silence. And now for our SOAR pledge.
I will be a person who is safe, organized, accountable, and respectful every day. Skyhawk SOAR.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, May 18th, day 4.
The week is winding down and there are many things about to take place. First, we would like to give a shout out to Mrs. Wheeler, Mr. Schaefer, Mrs. Trula, and Mrs. Butler's classes.
They have reached 100% for their library books turned in. So do you know what that means, Seth?
No.
Alright, well here you go. They get popsicles. There's still over 100 books that have not been returned. Please gather those books and get them in.
The 8th grade promotion practice is tomorrow. Ladies, it is recommended that you wear flat shoes during the promotion ceremony at Peoria High School.
The floors at Peoria are waxed. Wearing high heels might be dangerous. After the practice, there will be a party from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Parents will be serving hot dogs and nachos.
Go break a leg, but not literally. All right, you have 1 day left to purchase a copy of the yearbook. Mr. Richards will be selling them in front of the school before and after school tomorrow.
Yearbooks are only $25 each. Don't be the only one in your class without one. 8th graders, you can bring your yearbooks to the party and you'll have all your friends sign it.
We'll be right back after a look at our local weather forecast.
On the activity calendar for today at 1 p.m. is the staff and student basketball game. The game begins at 1 p.m. Remember, the team colors are blue and white. Junior high, please sit in the stage. Younger students, please sit courtside. Who do you think is going to win, Seth?
I'm going to go blue.
I'm going white.
On Monday, Mrs. Harper will hold the 4th quarter honor roll assembly. Please be in the cafeteria at 2:15 to make sure we start on time. It's a good idea to bring your backpacks with you also.
Finally, Tuesday school will be dismissed at 11 a.m. and that means it's a half day.
Yes.
Now for today's lunch menu, you will have a choice of mac and cheese with a roll, chicken tenders, and a garden salad with a muffin.
Your side dishes will be strawberries, cauliflower, and mandarin oranges. Tomorrow is the last spirit day of the year. If you know what high school you're going to be attending, this is the time to show your pride. Wear your high school colors.
Before we head out for the day, we will leave you with a fun little clip. Have a good day.
If you're a freckly person, your parents might have told you as a kid that every freckle was a kiss from an angel. Or maybe that your freckles were the stars of the night sky sparkling on your cheeks. Which is all very sweet, but I don't think it will come as a shock to you if I tell you that your freckles are not stars, so hopefully no one has ever tried to draw constellations on your face. Instead, freckles are small areas of the skin that contain higher amounts of melanin, the pigment protein that's responsible for our eye, skin, and hair color. And melanin is good. It's produced by skin cells called melanocytes and acts as a natural sunscreen, darkening your skin and protecting you from the sun's dangerous UV rays. In some people, melanin is produced evenly throughout the skin, but for freckles to appear, melanin forms in little clumps, which get darker when exposed to sunlight. But those spots fade when they're exposed to less sunlight, like in the winter. So nobody is born with freckles exactly. Instead, they appear after spending some time in the sun. And freckles can look very similar to another feature of the skin called lentigines, but they're not the same thing. In lentigines, the skin contains more melanocyte cells, and those cells aren't going anywhere, so lentigines normally don't change much depending on your exposure to sunlight. It's not completely understood what's responsible for either of these kinds of spots, but we know that freckles are linked to a key genetic player in regulating your skin and hair color, a gene known as MC1R. This gene controls how much of which kind of melanin you produce, and you actually have two main types: darker brown eumelanin and reddish yellow pheomelanin. If you have an active MC1R gene, then your body produces more eumelanin, leading to darker hair and skin that protects against the sun. If that gene is inactive, then you'll produce more pheomelanin, leading to fairer skin, blonde or red hair, and a propensity for freckles. But not all people with red hair have freckles, and not all freckled people have red hair. Even though the traits are thought to be controlled by the same gene, it turns out that red hair is a recessive trait, while freckles are a dominant trait. So there are likely more genes at work here than just MC1R. The fact is, scientists are still trying to understand how all of your genes combine to determine the many traits you're showing off right now.